Mama got pissed and won't let them claim the baby. They shooting again. These jits crazy, they need some help. Man, they shot him in the hip. He fell out and shitted on himself. My cousin Paul called fed time up the road, did a whole dime. He used to call home. I heard niggas crying in the background, saying to myself, this ain't how we supposed to live. Turn on Facebook, man, another bitch that got killed. For the love that my dog losing weight out here smoking cocaine cigarettes. 8 years old, shot in the head, had nothing to do with that. That baby innocent. Go get George Zimmerman if y'all just wanna kill a bitch. That's why I'm asking Jesus, please tell me why you leave us. Tell me why you leave. These people wanna dead. On the internet capping, that shit is fake, bro. In the mirror showing your ass putting no makeup. Man, y'all better wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. I've been telling y'all better wake up. You can't nail bitch, say Papa Duck ain't say nothing. I told y'all everything. I told you I like the government stole it. I told y'all about COVID, the CIA and the cloning. MK Ultra, the whole world's under hypnosis. They turn the TV off, that's how Hollywood control us. And ain't no cure for cancer, you're right, that's some bullshit. If they can lead us and go to the moon, they'd have been done did it. And if you took the shot, I pray for you. Lord, no, don't want black folk to grow, so they put us on birth control. And just cause you go to church every Sunday don't make you saved. 12 years of school's how you turn niggas to slaves. On our minds they put shackles, they lie, trickers and trappers, and use the influence of athlete, actors and rappers. For real, that fucked up they did to Emmett Till, and all the pain his mom and family had to feel. That's why I'm asking Jesus, please tell me why you leave us. Tell me why you leave. These people wanna dead. On the internet capping, that shit is fake, bro. In the mirror showing your ass putting no makeup. Man, y'all better wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Man, y'all better wake up. What's happening? It's your boy Papa Duck. I've been telling y'all about this shit for a long time, bro. I get on YouTube every day, drop videos on nothing but that sauce, and I'm telling y'all what time it is, and I'm telling y'all these people want us dead, bro. We living like it called to do this, and bro, I done been wide open just to hate and hurt and kill each other every day. You feel me? You feel me? Man, one time for all the folks that's already woke, the ones that ain't, need to wake up. Need to wake up.
Yo, can I with you? What?
ACT, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, or Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Take this off. Look, you got some weed? I gotta get some. All right, hurry up. These and them here, everybody here, we waiting on you. All right.
I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
Say it louder, what you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass down, gotta make it last now. Start off slow, then I'ma beat it up.
Red's not supposed to be green, like fake's not supposed to be seen. The sky's not supposed to touch the ground, and a square's not supposed to be round. The moon's not supposed to touch the sun, and a 2 is not supposed to be a 1. And the heart's not supposed to weigh a ton, and forever's not supposed to be done. Winter's not supposed to come in June, and I am not supposed to have the blues. There are so many things that are not supposed to be, babe, except you and me. There are so many things that I'm not supposed to be. Ooh, babe, yeah, except you and me. Night's not supposed to be long. Yeah. No one is supposed to be alone. Understanding is not supposed to be confused, and the wind is not supposed to lose. Like fire's not supposed to freeze, or like joy is not supposed to grieve. Like you are not supposed to leave what I said I'm not supposed to mean. He is not supposed to have your heart. Baby, we are not supposed to be apart. There are so many things that are not supposed to be said. You and me. There are so many things that are not supposed to be. Hey, baby. It seems just like no seasons changing, or this earth with no creation, or a heart with no feelings, or a sickness without a healing. Just like a frozen spring, or a bird with no wings. Just like a song out of key, that's how my life would be. Like the night skies with no stars, or lonely broken heart. No holding hands or walks in the park. That's how it would be if we were apart. Ooh. There are so many things, yeah, except love. So many things that are not supposed to be. It's like having nowhere to breathe. Like having no words to breathe. Like having no rain for the sea. There are so many things that's not supposed to be. Not supposed to be. Except you and me, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, except you and me.
What up, Dream Team, friends, family? Y'all know what we talking about today. I ain't gonna lie. I came on here really, I'm gonna be honest with you. I came on here because I was gonna go off today. I was gonna talk about shit and tire grease. I was going to talk about uh 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 swollen Herman survival boots, but something takes precedent. Today I do have a red carpet event. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I do have a red carpet event, you know what I mean? So, I'm going out there and I'm gonna wear a color that I haven't wore in 15 years. I'm gonna see if I still got my fashion sense. I'm gonna see if I can still blend some colors together. However, something dropped in the middle of the night or yesterday. And I get it. Atmos, what up, bro? I see Atmos in here. I understand the play. And I got to get serious quickly. I have 41 pages to read. And I'm not going to say of bullshit. I'm not going to go there. Because anybody feeling is their feeling. But when you wasn't there and you only getting ideology stories from people who are either hurt because they can't see a person, either put into a blender of where they actually have been hurt, who knows? I'm not going to sit here and say, I can tell you firsthand, ain't none of that happened. I can't tell you that. Because when Robert went to sleep, I ain't go to sleep next to him. What I can talk to you about is the character of the man I know as Robert Sylvester Kelly. I can also talk to you about the persona that I know of R. Kelly. From being around this man, I can talk about both character traits. I can tell you about both character traits. Also, I can tell you bullshit when I see it. However, they always say the pen is mightier than the sword. I never understood that until I got grown. And what I mean by that is your pen. If you are a well writer, you can make people believe false doctrines. However, I'm not going to take from what the government say. You will not get my overall opinion of what's being dropped until I see what Bonjean responds with. But I will say this shameless pug, spitting 95 all beef patties with no extra tomato sauce and no extra mayo, but you got extra fattening put on there. How dare you wait and go live when I'm in church enjoying Jesus at a midnight musical on the Stellar Award weekend and try to roast? Sweetie, I told you every day I will roast you in the simplest form. So today is another day. And my simplest form in roasting you is this right here. What color drapes do you have on for a dress today? And I'll rest my case. And for your other friend, the junkie lady, she's not worth my time. So what I'll do is, since you're not worth my time, junkie lady, and since you lying, and I'm going to address that at a later date, what I will do is this right here. I will let the people understand that until these boots become some real boots, I can't address you. What up, Skylife? When I say your walking boots are leaning, swollen boots, I just can't no more. I can't. I can't give you idiots none of my time. So for Puss in Boots, I just don't understand. Like, you want to try to make up stuff. I'm giving you facts. Don't get mad at me because my factual statements is destroying your opinionated lies. That's all I'm saying to you. Sweet baby swollen Jesus. Can somebody send her to the nearest fast? Because she's overweight by 20 years. And the other one just nod off at will. I'm just saying, goddamn, when you talk about R. Kelly, R. Kelly. Wake up! Shit. Let's have some fun. Now, we're going to talk about why we're here. All that other stuff, I can come back and have fun with that at a later time. But what I'm not going to have fun with is reading this. I haven't read it. I heard people talking about it. Y'all know last night was Choir Fest. So, I was there last night. I was at Choir Fest. But goddamn, if I didn't get hit with this. So check it. I'm not going to bail on you now. We're going to tackle this no matter what. Let's go. United States of America versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, a.k.a. R. Kelly, Daryl McDavid, and Milton June Brown, a.k.a. June Brown. I'm going to stop there for a second. I wish Robert... See, I'm going to say this. I wish Robert never got a lawyer in the beginning. I wish Milton never got a lawyer in the beginning. Because this right here, by them making him a corporation and he can go into a courtroom and talk and breathe, if he was abreast to this administrative process, this case will be null and void. It will be voided. But because he had a lawyer on progress, he have subjected himself to their domains, their statutes and regulations. All right, let's go. Government Santiago proffer and motion to admit evidence pursuant to Fed R Evidence 801D2E. The United States of America, by its attorney, John R. Losh, Jr., United States Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, moves to admit certain statements against defendants Robert Sylvester Kelly, Daryl McDavid, and Milton June Brown, pursuant to Fed R Evidence 104A and 801D2 and E, the United States versus Santiago, 582 F2D 1128, 7th Circuit, 1978. Ooh, that's a great year. Introduction. The defendants are charged with participating in conspiracies involving obstruction of justice and the receipt of child pornography in the form of video recordings. In this submission, the government provides an overview of the charged conspiracies that will be established at trial, describes the law governing the admissibility of co-conspirator statements, and outlines some of its evidence establishing the charged conspiracies based on the following. The government seeks admission of statements pursuant to Rule 801D2E and requests a pretrial ruling of admissibility from the court in accord with United States versus Santiago 582 F2D case law. An established practice in this court, see United States versus Alvear case law, See United States versus Harris case law. This submission does not detail all the government's evidence that would go to show the existence of the charged conspiracies, or all the conspirator statements that were made in furtherance of the charged conspiracies. Rather, this submission highlights for the court certain of the government's evidence sufficient to establish the existence of the obstruction of justice conspiracy described in count 5, and the related receipt of child pornography conspiracy described in count 6. Stop. Either it's a conspiracy or it's facts. First thing the defense need to destroy is, if you're going to write a statement, you can't say it's a conspiracy. If you all is trying to make this admissible into court, it have to be a fact on your behalf. It can't be a conspiracy. A conspiracy is an ideology, a made up thought. So now you're telling me that you are making up thoughts that you want to bring into court as described in count 5. So that means count 5 and count 6 is nothing but a made up thought. Or do you have any type of evidence to prove that it's not a conspiracy, that it's a fact, and that the government, as well as the people, as well as the jury, need to see this evidence so that way it'll be a direct fact? So that's one thing. Conspiracies. You can't say it's a conspiracy if you're trying to make it a fact. Next thing. And the participation of co-conspirators. And the participation of co-conspirators. As a result, this submission does not list all the government's evidence and witnesses, nor does it provide all the evidence that will be presented by identified witnesses. Okay, watch this. Here's where the government goes wrong all the time. If you're going to have witnesses, your witnesses had to be there at the time that this happened. They can't have an isolated event that's similar to what's going on and you call that a witness. Other than that, that witness need to be struck down. Because you can't, okay, let me give you an example. Let's just say I mess with Lisa Ray, right? And I just got your text, delicious. Look, you snuck in on us last night. I ain't know you was with my bro. Oh boy. I ain't gonna spill a storyline, but watch Love and Hip Hop next season, man. My brother coming back strong. Shout out to you, Brosco, my man. But oh man, that threw me off when I got that text. I'm sorry. Let's just say me and Lisa Ray together, right? Let's just say me and Lisa Ray have some crazy things going on. And let's just say that I did something crazy with Lisa Ray, right? And then me and Delicious get together 2 years later or 18 months later. And we going strong for 2 years. And I do something crazy to her that she don't like. But it's not breaking the law. However, she later on down the line come out and say, I did this, I did that. But then Lisa Ray say, oh yeah, I remember he did that, he did that. And then the government try to add them together. No, if you wasn't there to witness what I did that Lisa Ray didn't like, or what I did that Delicious didn't like, you cannot use that as a witness because there's no direct evidence. A witness have to have direct knowledge, direct evidence, meaning they either had to witness it themselves, seeing it, and they have to show that they saw it, and they had to give an account that they saw it. However, here's the trick. I understand that the government is saying that because a law was passed and superseded and this and this and this and this, it can't. I mean, they can use it in court now. I find that kind of funny. And I haven't even got into the indictment really. But I find that kind of funny because when you look at the Emmett Till situation now, the laws have been passed for that lady to be locked up. And you know what the courts are saying? She's too old. We can't use a new past law that has been rewritten to lock this lady up. We got to stick with the old law. But when it come to Bill Cosby, when it come to R. Kelly, y'all try to use the new stuff to get them locked up or to keep them locked up. But you keep saying, oh no, the old laws and stuff don't count. Make it make sense. If you're going to charge Bill Cosby, if you're going to charge R. Kelly, charge the lady in the Emmett Till case as well. And I know some people be like, oh no, that's two separate entities. It's not two separate entities. It's called what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, let's get into this. Now, some people ain't going to like what I got to say about this. Some people ain't going to like this. I'm not going to get many likes. I'm not going to get many views. I'm going to get talked about. But guess what? You're going to get this work today. Background. Overview of the charge obstruction of justice conspiracy. Here we go. Conspiracy. So you mean to tell me that either way, whether you hit or miss or strike out with this, you're going to destroy these people's character? Is that what you're going to tell me? That you are willing to destroy these people's character off of a conspiracy? And Malik said, you mixing apples and with oranges. Sit back, young fella. Ain't nobody mixing apples and with oranges. What I'm doing is putting truth together. And the truth is, if you're going to do one, you got to do all. So it says the superseding indictment alleges that from approximately 1996 to 2001, Kelly engaged in sexual contact and sexual acts with minors, including minor 1, minor 3, minor 4, minor 5, and minor 6. R93. Stop. Let's go back and read it again. The superseding indictment alleges that from approximately 1996 to 2001. Have a question. 1996 when? 2001 when? What day? What time? What month? You can't just give dates. I mean years. You ain't even giving dates and you're giving years. So from 1996 to 2001, Kelly engaged in sexual contact and sexual acts with minors, including minor 1, minor 3, minor 4, minor 5, and minor 6, R93. As part of this abuse, Kelly recorded himself engaged in sexually explicit conduct with minors on videotape. ID at 1 through 4, 8, 17 through 19. During this time, from approximately 1991 to until 2014, Kelly and or one of Kelly's businesses employed McDavid as Kelly's business manager. Business manager for Kelly. The services McDavid provided to Kelly and for Kelly included protecting Kelly's image, reputation, and assets when victims of Kelly's sexual abuse pursued or were part of civil actions. ID. Count 5 of the superseding indictment charges Kelly and McDavid with conspiracy to obstruct justice relating to child exploitation and child pornography. Stop. You are not going to change the language. It clearly says count 5. And I know some people want to try to debate me on this. Count 5 of the superseding indictment charges Kelly and McDavid with conspiracy to obstruct justice relating to child exploitation and child pornography. Okay, let's break this down so people can really know what it means. Conspiracy, a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. The action of plotting or conspiring. That's what conspiracy means. So, count 5 of the superseding indictment charges Kelly and McDavid with a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. The action of plotting or conspiring. I'm going to read it again. A secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Okay, let's see what group means. A number of people or things that are located close together or are considered a class or class together. These bodies fall into 4 distinct groups. Put together or placed in a group or groups. A number of people or things that are located close together. Okay. So a group is a number of people or things that are located close together. Okay. That's what a group is, right? So the lost part of this is it charges Kelly and McDavid with a conspiracy, a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. The count 5 of the superseding indictment charges Kelly and McDavid with a conspiracy, a secret plan to do something unlawful. A secret plan, I'll make sure, a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. So in that indictment, what was they talking about unlawful or harmful? I didn't know that being asked to take a polygraph was unlawful or harmful. At no point in an indictment did I see Kelly's name as trying to do anything. At no point in that indictment did I see McDavid, scary self, threatening to do anything to anybody. So how can you charge them with conspiracy to obstruct justice? I mean, I'm just saying, how can you charge them with a conspiracy? Now, the conspiracy definition is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Where's the conspiracy to obstruct justice? What were they planning unlawful or harmful against the Justice Department? Nothing. But it says count 5 of the superseding indictment charges Kelly and McDavid with conspiracy to obstruct justice relating to child exploitation and child pornography. Daryl McDavid, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I said I'm calling it straight down the middle. Daryl McDavid wanted the videotapes back that Chuck and Keith was trying to make money off of, and that Yul Brown was trying to exploit Kelly with. So if you're going to exploit my client, then give me the product that you're trying to exploit my client with. I'm just saying, I thought, I thought we was going to talk honesty. I thought we was going to talk truth. I thought we was going to talk reality. If you're trying to exploit my client, I need the product, or at least see the product, the original product that you're trying to exploit my client with. But when it don't go your way, when it don't turn out the way you want it to turn out, now all of a sudden, let's get the feds involved. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. No, man, that's not the way life works. That's not the way life works. That's not the way life works. You can't do one thing and then say something else. That's exploitation. But because they are working with the government as a witness, they got immunity. So it's okay, let's go here. See, I was trying to stay away from this. So what you're telling me is that the government is now, or should I say the Chicago government is now saying it's okay to cover your assets. If you know what I mean. I ain't talking about financial assets. I'm talking about the assets, you. It's okay to cover your assets by going to the government and giving a one-sided story without telling the whole truth. If that's what you're telling me, then it's okay to say that the government is playing a dirty game. And then if you're telling me the government is playing a dirty game, and the question would have to ask, and the question that I would have to ask is, why would the government want to play this game? What's at stake for the government? Because I'm going to keep it real. They don't give a hell about Robert Sylvester Kelly. The government don't give a hell about you. What is their protected interest that the government give a hell about? What is it? And when you find that out and you really understand, by that time, you are an enemy and a target and you're out of here. So, McDavid and others knew of Kelly's sexual misconduct with minors and knew that Kelly recorded himself engaged in such conduct on videotape. In approximately 2001, Kelly and McDavid learned that multiple such videos were missing from Kelly's collection, including video 2, video 3, and video 4. Now we get into the nitty gritty of it. Video 2, video 3. Video 4 is Michael Avenatti. Video 4 is Michael Avenatti. And if Miss Bonjean, which I believe she's going to do, she's going to ask for the chain of custody of the videos. If they show up in court in DVD form, the defense have the right to have this whole case thrown out. In order to show evidence and show that chain of custody was not broken, it have to be in the original format that it was presented in 2002. Because this is nothing but a repeat of the 2002 case, which is double jeopardy. Now, I know you got some YouTube stoops that say that's not double jeopardy at all. It is. I used to think that it wasn't because of the jurisdiction factor, but the Constitution states. And when the Constitution states it, it don't talk of jurisdiction. It talks of charge. And let me see if I can pull up that. I think it's Fifth Amendment. I think it's the Fifth Amendment. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land of naval forces. In the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. That's double jeopardy. And that's the Constitution of the United States of America, 1789, and it was revised in 1992, Amendment number 5. Go look it up if you think I'm lying. That's double jeopardy. But because I'm true to this and not new to this, let's go. After making this discovery, Kelly, McDavid, and others conspired to conceal and cover up evidence, including videos relating to Kelly's sexual contact and sexual acts with minors. Kelly, McDavid, and others also agreed to intimidate, threaten, and pressure others to falsify and make false entries in records and documents related to Kelly's sexual misconduct with minors. Stop. So you go by what Lisa Van Allen tell you? Or do you go by a vetting? Because now I'm starting to believe that the government is far-reaching so far, and I'm only on page 3. I got 38 more pages to go. At 10, to accomplish this, among other things, Kelly and McDavid agreed to pay others to collect and return incriminating videotapes. Stop. Kelly and McDavid, no, it wasn't Kelly and McDavid. Stop there. Let me go get something. Let me go get something. Because you're saying Kelly and McDavid, right? Let's go here. Let's go. Load them up real quick. You said Kelly and McDavid. I don't believe it was Kelly and McDavid. Okay. Okay. I see I'm going to have to pull all these out today for this indictment. I see I'm going to have to pull all these out. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Hold on. This is so sad. That one man got to go through all this. Oh man, let's see. Okay. So you said that Kelly and McDavid agreed to pay others to collect and return incriminating videotapes, right? Check this out. Sparkle testified, but then Jones concluded all she wanted was money, and all the other ladies, such as witness Lisa Van Allen, wanted money. The state had some bad witnesses, Johnson said. They didn't have any of her immediate family. So I was like, they didn't prove the case. The jury might have thought it was Kelly on the tape, but these two were not convinced. I say it wasn't him, Johnson said. It wasn't R. Kelly at all. In 1998, 1999, he did not look like that. Yeah, he was bald. He had a nice body though, and the other person did. So with that being said, right? That's just one of the Jones that I'm reading. With that being said, hold on, let me get the joint about Chuck and Keith. They wanted to exploit Robert. So at that time, Daryl McDavid, I guess he called himself doing a Don Russell, he took up for Robert. Wasn't nobody thinking about going to court. Wasn't nobody thinking about, bringing a law into nothing like this because it was minor. However, listen to this. According to Pryor, he felt compelled to tell the truth about the case. And that's the motivation for him to come forward with the explosive new information. I really think they are trying to railroad him. There are people who know the truth who are not speaking up, Pryor said, adding, he believed the tape was doctored. He believed the tape was doctored. Jurors in Chicago are currently considering their verdict in Kelly's child pornography trial. Kelly, 41, is accused of filming himself having sexual intercourse and urinating on a girl who was 13 years old at the time. This is the same case. This is the same case. Then it says these were guys in Kansas named Chuck and Keith that she was saying were trying to put some tapes together on R. Kelly. Pryor told allhiphop.com. Those are the words she used. And in conversation, I remember them calling and I was like, who is this? There were several people in contact with her. So if she was trying to exploit Kelly, right? If she was trying to exploit Kelly, why is Kelly being charged? You know what I'm saying? Why is Kelly being charged? And I told y'all this whole case is going to get crazy. As I'm talking, I'm downloading some stuff that I'm going to read as we go along to debunk a lot of this. But I'm not going to show it because now I'm hip to what people are doing. They are stealing content and then trying to make it seem like it's theirs. And then they do stuff like contact Miss Bonjean and make it seem like they bringing this and this and this when it's actually Dana J stolen content. You ain't going to do that to me no more. I've put up with that enough. You ain't going to do that to me no more. And when I seen it happen once, I learned from it. So what I'll do is I'll read and I'll show certain pictures, but I'll read certain things that actually is involved with this case. So that way y'all can get a ballpark picture of what's really is going on and not somebody's opinion. I definitely need this one. And not somebody's opinion. All right. So is that fair? Did that sound fair? That sounds fair. Okay. So let's get back into this motion, because I still got 5 hours to spare. To accomplish this, among other things, Kelly and McDavid agreed to pay others to collect and return incriminating videotapes and to keep silent about Kelly's sexual relationship with minor one. Among others, 8 through 13. Further, Kelly paid McDavid to ensure McDavid would continue to conceal the cover-up evidence of Kelly's sexual misconduct with minors. Stop right there. How do they know that Kelly paid McDavid? If McDavid is running all of Rob's money, how do they know that Kelly paid McDavid when Kelly didn't have access to the funds? Not unless Daryl McDavid made it look like that Kelly paid him. So the question would be, how did R. Kelly pay you, Daryl McDavid? How did he pay you? If he can't read or write, and you was handling all the funds, how did Kelly pay you? Let's check this out even more. If R. Kelly paid Daryl McDavid, what's the use of Daryl McDavid in this case? They can do him the same way they did Cheryl Mack and use as a witness, not as a co-conspirator. These are things that you got to be mindful of. But McDavid, to ensure McDavid would continue to conceal and cover up evidence of Kelly's sexual misconduct with minors. Okay, so let me ask you this. How did they conceal it? How did they cover it up? Are the government admitting that this has been an ongoing evidence? But this has been an ongoing investigation ever since the ending of 2008, which is once again illegal, because you can't investigate somebody without probable cause. So I'm lost about some things. Some things ain't making sense because he has very limited ability. So based on these and other facts, Kelly and McDavid are charged with conspiracy to obstruct justice relating to child exploitation and child pornography. Okay. So if based on what y'all saying, he's charged with it, that charge is bogus. That charge should be wiped out. And if the judge don't allow it to be thrown out, now you know we're going to have a repeat of New York. Now you know if none of these get dropped or thrown out, you know we're going to have a repeat of New York. So it says, overview of the receipt of child pornography conspiracy. Count 6 of the superseding indictment charges Kelly, McDavid, and Brown with conspiracy to receive child pornography. R93. Brown, like McDavid, provided services to and for Kelly for years. Count 6 realleges certain paragraphs from count 1, including those referencing Kelly's sexual conduct and sexual acts with minors, and Kelly's recording of those sexual encounters on video. R3 at 5, 6, 17. Kelly, McDavid, Brown knew of Kelly's recorded sexual activity with minors, and when they discovered that certain of the videotapes were missing, they paid others to recover and return certain videotapes. ID at 817 specify. Between August 2001 and April 2007, defendants conspired with each other, individual A, individual B, and others to receive videotape 2, 3, and 4. Stop. Let's go here. Let's break this down. Individual A, Lisa Van Allen. Individual B have to be Chuck. Individual C have to be Keith and others. And I'm not talking about the Keith that y'all seen. So I don't want nobody running around saying, oh, you know, Dana said Keith is an indictment. No, not that Keith. You know what I mean? Stop that. Because I know that's what y'all ready to run and do. However, and others to receive videotape 2, 3, and videotape 4. How did Michael Avenatti get videotape 4? That's the video with the disappearing and reappearing mole. How did Michael Avenatti get videotape 4? Unless Michael Avenatti was around during that time, which he wasn't. Make this make sense. Argument. Governing law. Rule 801D, 2 and E. Hold on. You know me. I pull it up. And this is not the type of live that people just that I'm gonna skim through and go through. No, I'm gonna break down point by point, piece by piece. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss something. And I don't want to miss nothing. Illinois rules of evidence. Okay. Wait a minute. The Illinois rules of evidence, a color-coded guide. Okay. You know, I start feeling some kind of way about something. Let's see what it says. 801D, 2 and E. Okay. 801D, 2 and E. Okay, let's get out of that for a second. All right, let's go here. D2. Let's see what that say. Okay. Rules of evidence. Okay. Read more. A duty. Okay. That's D2. Confirms the clear direction of prior Illinois law that the statement by a party's agent or servant concerning a matter within the scope of the agency or employment made during the existence of the relationship constitutes an admission of a party opponent. That's 801D2D. I need 801D2E. Yo, it don't even have an 801D2E. This is weird because it don't even have an 801D2E. D2E. It don't even have an 801D2E. Y'all think I'm joking. Let me show you this real quick. Let me show you this. This is weird. This is weird. (801) D2D, statement by a party's agent or servant. 801 D1A, 801 D2D, and then it jumps to 803.13. (801D), statements which are not hearsay. That's 801D. This is wow. There is no 801 D2E. And this is the Supreme Court of Illinois' rulings. Yo. And y'all see it right here for your face. There is no 801 D2E. It just jumped to 803. 801 D2D, but there's not a D2E. It jumped from 6 to rule 801 D2D, and then it gives the explanation of 801 D2D. Then it jumps to 7, rule 803.13. Rule 5, 801D. This gives you all of the rules in 801D. So 5 and 6 is 801D. Wow. Wow. And y'all see this right here. Now, if somebody can find another ruling in the Supreme Court of Illinois rules, and y'all see it right here, illinoiscourts.gov, courts, Supreme Court, Illinois rules of evidence. This is the manual that everybody go by. Everything is hit. Okay, hold on. Wait, before I go off. 801D1, the provisions of 725 Illinois court system dealing with prior inconsistent statements in a criminal case are incorporated nearly verbatim. Okay, that's 801D1. But you don't have no more 801s. Illinois rules of evidence. Hold on. (801) definitions. So you had the definitions here. Bro, this is crazy. There is no 801 D2E. There's a D2D, but there's not an E. See, this is what I don't like. I want to be able to read the same thing that they reading. I don't like that, man. And seeing some people like, well, Dana, you taking too long. You reading it? No, I'm not taking too long. I'm breaking it down so people can see the conspiracy that the government is doing and the wrongdoings. Then it says Rule 801 D2E provides that a statement is not hearsay. That's not D2E. That's 801 D1. So this was cited incorrectly. Matter of fact, let me read it. Let me stop this and let me show you. See, you can't just tell me anything or put anything in my face. What do rule number 6 say? 801 D2D, statement by a party's agent or servant. Go up to number 5. Rule 801D states what? Statements which are not hearsay. Rule 801 D1A codifies an Illinois statute 725 Illinois court system 5115-10.1 that applies only in criminal cases. It makes admissible as not hearsay. Come on, man. You can't play with me like that, because I'm going to go back and look. Rule 801D is statements which are not hearsay. The government said 801 D2E. It ain't no goddamn D2E. If you're going to charge Robert Sylvester Kelly, a.k.a. R. Kelly, do that shit right. Don't make up shit so that man can't fight. This shit is crazy. And excuse my French, but sorry, I'm not goddamn sorry. There is no Rule 801D2E. It's Rule 801D, statements which are not hearsay. Rule 801D1A codifies what's going on. And then at the end, it says Rule 801D2. It's not no E right there. It's D2. Provides substantive admissibility as not hearsay for admissions of a party opponent. Come on, government. If you're going to do something, make sure you know what you're doing. Y'all the government. Y'all got arm's reach. Y'all the be all say all. Supposed to be. So Rule 801 D2E, which we all see don't exist, provides that a statement is not hearsay if it is offered against a party and is a statement by a co-conspirator of a party during the course and in furtherance of the conspiracy. It don't say nothing like that. See how they switch that around? See how they switch that around? It don't say nothing like that. Admission of such co-conspirator statements against the defendant is proper where the government established a preponderance of the evidence that 1, a conspiracy existed, 2, defendant and the declarant were members of the conspiracy, and 3, the statements were made during the course and in furtherance of the conspiracy. Stop. That's why they didn't want to sever the cases. Because what I just read you just showed you that Daryl McDavid agreed with the government and struck a deal and said, yes, it was a conspiracy. Yes, the defendant and the declarant were members of the conspiracy. And yes, the statements were made during the course and in furtherance of the conspiracy. Bingo, ball game. That's why Daryl McDavid was only on house arrest. And now he's off. When Robert got to spend the rest of his life behind bars as they trying to make it, and June Brown, he had to get on supervised house arrest. It's right there. What you're going to have in court is a shit show, because now you're going to have Bonjean going against Daryl McDavid lawyers. June Brown is going to be hit by a victim of certain circumstance. But you know they already against Robert. So guess what? Daryl McDavid just said Robert did all that. Make it make sense. Daryl McDavid, in this right here, this statement, check it out. It says Admission of such co-conspirator. Admission of such co-conspirator statements against the defendant is proper where the government established by a preponderance of the evidence that A, a conspiracy existed. 2, defendant and the declarant were members of the conspiracy. And 3, statements were made during the course and in furtherance of the conspiracy. They wouldn't be talking like this if Daryl McDavid ain't go strike a deal. Whether it's truth or not, the deal was made and Daryl got to go through with it. I don't know if you understand what's going on and what's playing and what's being played out in front of your face. But when people expect me to read stuff like this, you have to expect me to break it down in a way that everybody can understand it, along with facts. That's why I look up the words. I look up the rules so that way I won't be off. I suffered being off before. It'll never happen again. So now they trying to do this under the Santiago case law. Under Santiago, the trial court must preliminarily determine whether statements by a co-conspirator of the defendant will be admissible at trial under Rule 801 D2E. There is no D2E. There is no D2E. I just showed you that. But what nobody is paying attention to, and they saying, oh, pay attention to the wording. Under Santiago, the trial court must preliminarily determine whether statements by a what co-conspirator of the defendant will be admissible at trial under Rule 801 D2E. In making this determination, the judge must decide if it is more likely than not that the declarant and the defendant were members of a conspiracy when the hearsay statement was made, and that the statement was in furtherance of the conspiracy. Stop for a second. Why, when the government, and I'm going to go here, and these two don't have nothing to do with each other, but the word conspiracy have something to do with both. Check this out. Why, when the government brings something, they can use the word conspiracy and it'll be in a good light for them. Listen to what they said. In making this determination, the judge must decide if it is more likely than not that the declarant and the defendant were members of a conspiracy when the hearsay statement was made, and that the statement was in furtherance of the conspiracy. However, when you go to court, and I'm going to use this, and it don't have nothing to do with this case. When you go to court and you stand up for yourself, i.e. a man, and you stand as a man, they try to say you are a conspiracy theorist and you crazy. So you can't have it both ways. Why, when I go to court to stand as a man, I got to fight through the ambush of them saying I'm a conspiracy theorist. But when they come and try to bring charges against Robert Sylvester Kelly, they can say, oh, and use the word conspiracy and say, and that the statement was in furtherance of the conspiracy, and that's supposed to be in good light of them. Either they conspiracy theorists or the people that know the truth are conspiracy theorists. Both of us can't be a conspiracy theorist. And when people say, oh, a conspiracy theorist is a person that make up stuff, that's not what a conspiracy theorist is. How can you make up something when conspiracy is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful? So be mindful when you call somebody a conspiracy theorist. Understand, how can they be a conspiracy theorist when they're not doing nothing to create a plan to destroy or make up anything unlawful or harmful? So make this make sense. Then it says, if the court determines that the statements are admissible, the jury / court may consider them for any purpose. Wow. Wow. If the court determines that the statements are admissible, the jury and court may consider them for any purpose. That means you can take it to fit any narrative that you want. I can say, yo, Robert Sylvester Kelly beat me up last night. Then we go to court and y'all and the government losing. And they take my words and say, Robert Sylvester Kelly beat me up last night. Mr. Jackson, didn't you say that? Yes, I did say it, but we don't want to know what the but is. You said it. We don't care what the intent was. You said it. So therefore we charge you. Y'all know I can take that a whole nother way. Y'all know I can apply that to what we just seen play out 2 weeks ago on YouTube to the super fan. But I ain't gonna do that because this Rob we talk about, not nobody else. A, existence of and membership in the conspiracy. Oh, now you got a membership in the conspiracy. Oh, let's see. And making the initial admissibility determination under the Santiago criteria, a court can consider the statements in question, those to be admitted. See Bargelli, versus United States case law. Sorry about that. While a court may consider the proffered statements themselves as evidence of both the existence of a conspiracy and a defendant's participation in it, the contents of the proffered statements alone are not sufficient to establish the existence of a conspiracy and a defendant's participation. See ID at 178 to 180. Also see Harris case law. Instead, there must also be some supporting evidence or facts corroborating the existence of the conspiracy and the defendant's participation in the conspiracy. See Harris 585 F3D at 398 to 99. The evidence showing the existence of a conspiracy and the defendant's membership in it may be either direct or circumstantial. Whoa! How can you have circumstantial evidence for a conspiracy? Hold the hell up. Yo. You can't have circumstantial evidence as a conspiracy. Not if you're trying to prove something. No. You know what? Just so people will know what circumstantial is. Okay, hold on. Circumstantial, meaning pointing indirectly towards someone's guilt, but not conclusively proving it. It means circumstantial means pointing indirectly towards someone's guilt, but not conclusively proving it. So what are they saying, Dana? This is what they're saying. The evidence showing the existence of a conspiracy and the defendant's membership in it may be either direct or pointing indirectly towards someone's guilt, but not conclusively proving it. Now, I wonder why, and I see why they say there's a lot of innocent people behind bars. Because they're not really proven that they're guilty. They just doing it by circumstantial. It's by circumstance that June Brown knows R. Kelly. It's by circumstance that Robert Kelly hired Daryl McDavid because he was told that Daryl McDavid is a good guy. It's by circumstance that Daryl McDavid has did a lot of stuff behind R. Kelly's back, and Kells didn't even know about it. So it's by circumstance that Kells is part of this organized crime and must go to jail. That's not even factual. That's not even real. But they trying to make it a reality. Check it. There's no requirement. Uh-oh. There's no requirement for admissibility under Rule 801D2E, which we know. There's no 801D2E. But wait. Let's go here. Rule 801D1A codifies an Illinois statute that applies only in criminal cases and makes admissible as not hearsay rather than as a hearsay exception a prior inconsistent statement of a declarant who testifies at a trial or a hearing and is subject to cross-examination when the prior inconsistent statement was given under oath at a trial, hearing, or other proceeding, or in a deposition, or under other specified circumstances. The rule does not apply in civil cases. The rule does not apply in civil cases. Rule 801D1B also codifies an Illinois statute, 725. It makes a person, it makes admissible as not hearsay a declarant's prior statement of identification of a person made after perceiving that person. When the declarant testifies at a trial or hearing in a criminal case and is subject to cross-examination concerning the statement. Rule 801D2 provides substantive admissibility as not hearsay for admissions of a party opponent. Rule 801D2D, statement by a party's agent or servant. Rule 801D2D confirms the clear direction of prior Illinois law that a statement by a party's agent or servant concerning a matter within the scope of the agency or employment made during the existence of the relationship constitutes an admission of a party opponent. I just read it. Where do it say any of this at? Where do it say any of that at? Where do it say there's no requirement for admissibility? What I just read said it needed a requirement for admissibility. So where's the public outcry? Sorry, y'all, got to eat my breakfast. Where is the public outcry for this? But it says there's no requirement for admissibility under Rule 801D2E. I guess not. I guess it's not no requirement for admissibility because the law don't exist. That the government establish all elements of a conspiracy charge. Whoa. So If the government if there's no requirement for the government to establish all elements of a conspiracy charge, such as a meeting of the minds and an overt act, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing the government trying to do something that only a judge can do, and that's change jurisdictions and the constant application of this indictment. You're seeing jurisdiction changes, which is what we call legal ease, which is what they pride themselves off of. There's no requirement for admissibility under Rule 801 D2E, which we looked up and seen that there wasn't no Illinois Rule 801 D2E. But then it says that the government established all elements. So there's no requirement for admissibility, that the government established all elements of a conspiracy charge, such as a meeting of a minds and an overt act. So I have a question. Are you telling me that now we go from a criminal charge? We go from a criminal charge to what is that? I had it on the tip of my tongue. To contract law. We go from criminal law to contract law. How? In order to have an agreement, you got to have a meeting of the mind, and you got to have an overt act. This is what they don't want you to bring when you face child support. Because when you hit them with this, they be like, oh my God, he knows something. Throw it out. No. Here's the thing. If you don't have to, if there's no requirement to establish all elements of a conspiracy charge, right? There's no requirement to know that this man is innocent. Why do you need to have an requirement? Why do you need to have a requirement to prove that this man is guilty, but you don't need to have a requirement to prove a conspiracy charge? So when you read in paperwork, you can't just ask me, what you think about this? This is why it take me days to read this and then come back with a thorough answer, because I read it all the way through and people be like, oh, look at that, he guilty. But then when I come back with the full breakdown, you be like, oh no, he just hating. He just hating. Or he taking up for a pedophile. How? I've had time to break it down. I've had time to process it. I have time to research, and I showed you. This is where I found this at. This is where I found that at. You go look for it for yourself. Don't bend, don't twist. Say exactly what it says. And that's the problem on YouTube. A lot of people don't say what it's saying. A lot of people want to bend it for what they want it to be. No. If they had Robert dead to rights and I'm reading it, I would say, damn, he's gone. They got him dead to right. But they don't have this man dead to right. They have hearsay. And they have a doctored videotape that came from a hating lawyer. Or should I say a lawyer? In my Brooks voice. Michael Avenatti was never in Robert's case, right? I'm gonna ask you two questions. Why was Michael Avenatti going so hard against Robert? First question. Second question. What was the beneficial agreement that if Michael Avenatti produce, coerce, entice the public and people and other public officials to believe Robert is one thing when he's not? What was his overall agreement? Well, and we've seen it played out. When have you ever seen the government drop 31 charges? When have you ever seen the government drop 31 charges? Oh, wait. We're going to drop 31 charges. We're going to put them on house arrest. We're going to give them time served. And we're going to remove the computer restriction just in time for Illinois court. What was Michael Avenatti's favorite words? R. Kelly would never see the light of day again. How do you know that unless you are part of the fix that have the fix on for Robert's Rest of Kelly? I'm just saying. This is why I don't need the debate no more. Because debates, it have its pros and its cons. But when the truth is there and you breaking it down, what is the point for debate? I will listen to your point of view. I will comprehend your point of view. I will understand your point of view. That's what comprehend means. But when I give you mine, don't try to lowball me and make it public. Don't try to lowball me and low grade me and then try to make it, a personal attack. If you want me to respect your public view, respect mine as well. That goes out to the brother who claims that Robert is guilty. The brother who I had debates with, and they said that I was scared to show up to at one point. But then I got on Skylife, and he wanted to go all personal. I get it, brother. I forgive you. But you're a funny brother. So it goes to United States versus Co. The government need only establish the existence of a joint venture for an illegal purpose and participation in the joint venture by the defendant and the maker of the statement at issue. Stop. Okay. So since they got a case law for this, the government need only establish the existence of a joint venture for an illegal purpose and participation. I'm gonna go here. By the defendant and the maker of the statement at issue. Watch this. So what you mean to tell me is that Daryl McDavid said, yo, there's some tapes out there that might have you on it or that got you on it, and whichever way the conversation went. Rob probably was like, man, I don't know nothing about that. Daryl McDavid probably said, well, and we need to keep your image clean. Rob probably said, oh, okay, well, do what you got to do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I ain't do nothing wrong. That would sound so plain and it would sound so vague, right? And with that, you'll be like, oh, dude, for that statement, do what you got to do. But that can mean anything. That's so criminal. But what you're not knowing is that there's a missing element. The missing element is the element right here. And I'm going to get it for you. I'm going to find the element for you. Here we go. Hold on. No, that's not the element. That's not the element. That's one of the elements. Come on, man. I hate when a computer do this. That's one of the elements. That's not the element. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to get the element for y'all because I'm going to show this. I hate when I don't label these things. I'm going to show you the element. Let's see. Nope. These were the guys in Kansas, Chuck and Keith. Nope. This Damon Pryor stuff. Here it is. This is one of the element. Hold on. Because I want y'all to see this. This is one. Here it is. Here we go. I want y'all to see this. Evidently, the government don't know what they're talking about. Here you go. And I'm gonna do it like this. Hold on, y'all. What in the world? Sorry about that. Hold on. All right. Come on, man. You're not going to do this to me today. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'll hide that. All right, if you see it in a small window, it says, hold on, right here. It says, Essence.com. What happened to the tape? Van Allen. I ended up calling Robert in 2007 and telling him I had it. 7 years later, I didn't have it in my possession, but I wanted him to know that it was around. He was very calm. He just paused for a second. And then he said, like he always said, when can I get up there? He flew my fiance, which was Jewel, Brown, not June Brown, but Jewel Brown, and me to Olympia Fields, Illinois, where he lives. He met with me and brought up money. I didn't say anything about money. He said, I can give you this if you can get that tape back for me. Stop. Listen to the element that's not being said. I'm going to find the little video joint, but Joel Brown said that he's the one that offered Kelly $300,000 for them to give him back the videotape. So when Lisa Van Allen is talking, she making sure that she leaves out her fiance at the time, which was Joel Brown. However, if y'all see in the small screen, this is where I'm at, where I'm talking at in the small screen. That's over here, the small screen. If y'all can see in the small screen, it clearly states that, like always said, when could I get up there? He flew my fiance and me to Olympia Field, Illinois, where he lives. He met with me and brought up money. So you mean to tell me he flew you and your fiance to his home? Everything else about your fiance just drops off the face of the earth, but Robert brings up money. Get the hell out of here. This is the missing element. 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 So, where's your fiance when money is brought up? When Joel Brown clearly said he is the one that offered $300,000. And what I'm about to do is I'm about to go and get them 2008 transcripts. I'm about to go and get them Jones. And then you turn around and said, I don't really want to get into numbers. I don't really want to get into numbers. He ended up paying in installments. The guy that I gave it to, he had made a copy and didn't bring the original. That was an issue. So Robert's accountant, not Robert, that was an issue. So Robert's accountant ended up giving us some money. And then we had to come back later with the original tape, and then we could get the rest. Then we had to take a lie detector test, proving that we didn't have any more copies. Wow. Sorry about that. I had to text that situation out. So the question is, since we have that, since we read that, the question is, was Robert doing anything illegal? Or were they extorting Robert? Or trying to extort Robert? These are the questions that you have to ask. Were they trying to extort Robert for money? Or should I say in exchange for monetary gain? Along with the help of Daryl McDavid. Make it make sense. What up, Prima? Make it Skylife. What's up? Make it make sense. Vibe, what's up? Leisha, what's up? Chris Starry, what's going on, bro? Make it make sense. This is crazy. Then it says, as well as the statement was in furtherance of the venture. It makes no difference whether the declarant or any other partner in crime could actually be tried, convicted, and punished for the crime of conspiracy. So here's the question. Where's the conspiracy at? Where is the conspiracy at? If they call Robert about some tapes that Robert's supposed to be on, but Lisa Van Allen, fiance at the time, offered $300,000. If Lisa Van Allen gave these joints to Chuck and Keith, after Lisa Van Allen has admitted that she was upset about the fact that I hadn't wanted to do the threesome, and I didn't want him watching it. I gave it to my friend because he was the only person I knew I could trust at the time. I asked him to hold on to it and not do anything with it. Here's my question. How do you know Chuck and Keith? Where did you meet them at? How long have y'all known each other? How you know that Chuck and Keith would not give it to anybody else? See, these are real questions that have to be asked. Because now what you see is a clear-cut conspiracy. However, I call this reverse conspiracy. Because Lisa Van Allen is the cause of a conspiracy with Yul Brown, not June Brown, but Yul Brown, Chuck, Keith, Daryl McDavid, and Sparkle, Jim Dariagas, Michael Avenatti. They all the ones that had the tape. Allegedly. So why is Robert being pulled into something that she did? Big Baby Pernell, hey. Can somebody answer that question for me? Why is Robert being pulled into something that she did? Can't nobody answer that. And I wonder why. Why can't nobody answer that? That Robert is being pulled into something that Lisa Van Allen initiated and started? Or is it that nobody want to tell the truth and talk about that? Y'all think it's a game. Here's what I'm going to play with it. Check this out. Check this out.
Brown. He's the ex-fiance of Lisa Van Allen, one of R. Kelly's accusers who stars in the docuseries.
Well, Lisa is my son's mother. We met 2007, right before the R. Kelly trial.
And Yul Brown was right by Lisa Van Allen's side at R. Kelly's child pornography trial. Why were you subpoenaed?
Because I had a lot to do with it. I had a lot to do with the whole situation.
In what capacity?
Well, like I said, I really don't want to go into the capacity of it because I don't really care if people think I sold it or she sold it.
He's talking about one of the many sex tapes.
Wait, check it.
I don't really care if people think I sold it or she sold it.
He's talking.
Like I said, I really don't want to go into the capacity of it because I don't really care if people think I sold it or she sold it.
Why would you say you don't care what people thinks about the capacity of whether people think that I sold it or she sold it? However, you didn't mention anything about you or your fiance selling anything. You said that Robert brought up money. He said, your ex-fiance said, it don't matter if he sold it or you sold it. So we hearing this in real time.
Because I had a lot to do with it. I had a lot to do with the whole situation.
In what capacity?
Well, like I said, I really don't want to go into the capacity of it because I don't really care if people think I sold it or she sold it.
He's talking about one of the many sex tapes R. Kelly is alleged to have made with underage girls. He would never ask me if it was okay to be filmed. Was right by Lisa Van Allen's side at R. Kelly's child pornography trial. Why were you subpoenaed?
Because I had a lot to do with it. I had a lot to do with the whole situation.
In what capacity?
Well, like I said, I really don't want to go into the capacity of it because I don't really care if people think I sold it or she sold it.
He's talking about one of the many sex tapes R. Kelly is alleged to have made with underage girls. He would never ask me if it was okay to be filmed, but he never hit the camera or anything like that. In the docuseries, Van Allen says R. Kelly
What?
have made with underage girls. He would never ask me if it was okay to be filmed, but he never hit the camera or anything like that.
Hold on. In my Levi voice. He never asked me if it was okay to be filmed, but he never hid the camera or anything from me anyway. That's a loaded gun and a double-edged sword. If he not hiding the camera, right, in between y'all two, if he not hiding the camera and you're not complaining about the camera being there, being shown, where's the problem? Where's the problem? You got two people admitting to the conspiracy.
Situation.
And what capacity?
With it, I had
pornography trial. Why were you subpoenaed?
because I had a lot to do with it. I had a lot to do with the whole situation.
In what capacity?
Well, like I said, I really don't want to go into the capacity of it because I don't really care if people think I sold it or she sold it.
He's talking about one of the many sex tapes R. Kelly is alleged to have made with underage girls.
He would never ask me if it was okay to be filmed, but he never hit the camera or anything like that.
In the docuseries, Van Allen says R. Kelly recorded her and another 14-year-old girl.
Now y'all see what I be saying? Now y'all understand what I be saying? Hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on. Oh, wow. Hold on for a second. Here we go. R. Kelly's lawyer. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way so that way people can see exactly what's going on. I want to read this to y'all. Hold on. I want to read this to y'all. And then we're going to get back into this motion. And I know some people like, oh, Dana just stopping and doing it. Nah, I'm just putting truth out there, man. Here we go. Family of alleged R. Kelly victims say it's not her. R. Kelly's lawyers opened his defense Wednesday, calling relatives of the alleged victim to testify that she's not the person in the sex video at the center of the case. Another defense witness on Wednesday accused a key prosecution witness of soliciting $300,000 from R&B superstar in exchange for her silence. That's extortion. So Yul Brown told Robert, give us $300,000 and Lisa Van Allen to shut the fuck up. If not, we're going to try to bury you every chance we get. So how did it get from that to Robert is now trying to break laws to get videotapes from them? Can somebody answer that question? Can somebody answer that question? See, I don't just go by what an indictment say. I go off of facts and truth and what I got. I can go deep into it because here go the whole Joan. I got it all. And once again, look who name pops up. Look who name pops up. Jim Daryagas. Check it. So if the attorneys say copying the tape would have been a crime, that means Michael Avenatti, Chuck and Keith, Lisa Van Allen, Yul Brown, and whoever else made a copy of it. Sparkle. But that means she go to jail. They all go to jail, right? But that means they all go to jail, right? But we all know. Now watch this. After Daria, you know what? I'm gonna read this later. I'm gonna read that later. I'm gonna read it later. I'm gonna get to this indictment because I know y'all wanna finish this up. I'm gonna get to this, and then Monday we gonna break that other stuff down. So okay. Although, as discussed above, there is a distinction between conspiracy law and admissibility under Rule 801 D2E. Why they keep citing that, man? And 801 D2E don't even show up. Ah, conspiracy law. Hold on. See, you keep, because see, I'm gonna keep looking it up. Conspiracy law. Conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act along with an intent to achieve their agreement's goal. What? Most U.S. jurisdictions also require an overt act toward furthering the agreement. An overt act is a statutory requirement, not a constitutional one. So Jesus Christ. Okay. Now I gotta go here, y'all. Bear with me for a second. Now I gotta go here. I know this mother did not just. I know this is not typed up in the U.S. law. I know this is not typed up in the U.S. law. Come on, don't do this to me. Hold on. I know this is not typed up in the U.S. law. Just tell me I didn't just read that. Please tell me I didn't just read that. Hold on, bear along with me. I know I didn't just read that. Did I? Are you really gonna play with my gangster like that? And then you put it in plain sight? So people can just look and not pay attention? Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Jesus Christ, come on. Hold on. So they have a U.S. conspiracy and they have a conspiracy. And I want y'all to see this. So we'll go here. I want y'all to see this, man. So it says, although, as discussed above, there's a distinction between conspiracy law and admissibility under Rule 801 D2E, right? Now, I'm gonna take y'all there because y'all ain't gonna believe this. Y'all are not gonna believe this. Conspiracy law. This is the U.S. law. Conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act along with an intent to achieve the agreement's goal. Most U.S. Here you go. Hold on. I want y'all to see this. Most U.S. jurisdictions also require an overt act toward furthering the agreement. An overt act is a statutory requirement, not a constitutional one. Okay. So I'm glad you said that, government. You stuck your foot in your mouth. So since it's a statutory requirement and not a constitutional one, check it. Somebody's lying. The law of the land. The general misconception is that any statute passed by legislators bearing the appearance of law constitutes the law of the land. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and any statute to be valid must be in agreement. It is impossible for a law which violates the Constitution to be valid. This is secondly stated as follows: all laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? If it's null and void, why are y'all still holding Robert? We are constituted by the law of the land, which is what? The U.S. Constitution. But they just showed you. They just showed you and said to you that in conspiracy law, most U.S. jurisdictions also require an overt act toward furthering the agreement. An overt act is a statutory requirement, not a constitutional one. So therefore, it goes against the Constitution. But then wait a minute, it's something deeper. Check this out. This is from the government. I'm going to show you this. We're going to go to conspiracy law. We're going to drop down. 18 U.S. Code 371, conspiracy to commit offense or to defraud United States. If two or more persons conspire either to commit any offense against the United States or to defraud the United States or any agency thereof in any manner or for any purpose, and one or more of such persons do any act to effect the object of the conspiracy, each shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 5 years or both. If, however, the offense the commission of which is the subject of the conspiracy is a misdemeanor only. The punishment for such conspiracy shall not exceed the maximum punishment provided for such misdemeanor. So I got a question to ask you, and I want y'all to see this. There you go. I got a question to ask. When did Robert ever commit any offense against the United States? When did Robert ever commit any offense against the United States? When did Robert ever try to defraud the United States? When have Robert ever tried to offend or defraud any agency thereof in any manner or for any purpose? If your answer is never, therefore, this charge need to be thrown out. And because I'm going to go further, because see, technically, I just destroyed the whole indictment, and I'm only on page 6. I might have missed my calling. Instead of me being an actor, I should have been a lawyer. I might have missed my calling. But I just destroyed the whole indictment. But now I'm about to get funny with this. It says certain principles of general conspiracy law, are relevant to Rule 801 D2E inquiries. Where is Rule 801 D2E? Where is it? Because when I just looked it up, it wasn't there. I'll do it again. Okay. Like I said, they switching jurisdictions. I stand corrected. They went from regular law to substantial law. Now they on Fordham law. If you think I'm lying, watch this. Here's Fordham law. One thing about it, you can't switch. And if I can't find it, I'm going to tell you I can't find it. But in the reference, it said Chicago, Illinois law. I looked that up. It's not there. But Fordham law is there. So let's see what Fordham law say. 801 D2E. Let's go. I'm not reading all. Okay. I'm not reading all this. Good God Almighty. Federal Rule of Evidence 801 D2E is the modern codification of the co-conspirator exception to the hearsay rule for a statement otherwise hearsay to be admissible under the exception. The statement must be offered against a party and be a statement made by a co-conspirator of a party during the course and in furtherance of the conspiracy. The conspiracy that serves as the basis of one, United States versus President case law. They got all these case laws, right? But they don't use none of these case laws. Then it says 2. This will be 2. Fed our evidence, 801 D2E. A statement that is made during the course of a conspiracy when it is made after the conspiracy's information and before the conspiracy termination. A conspiracy is terminated when its central criminal purpose have been accomplished. Grunwald versus United States, they ain't used that. United States versus Papia, they ain't used that. Furthermore, a seditiary conspiracy to conceal may not be implied from circumstantial evidence showing merely that the conspiracy was kept a secret and that the conspirators took care to cover up their crime in order to escape detection and punishment. Question: where was the crime? Y'all keep putting it out there. I'm going to keep asking questions. Where was the crime? What was the crime? How was it a crime for Robert, but not for Lisa Van Allen? Where's the crime? Where was the crime? Now watch this. Listen to how they lie. For instance, a conspiracy may exist even if a conspirator does not agree to commit or facilitate each and every part of the substantial offense. They never said that in the 801 D2E. That was never said, and I read it. Salinas versus United States wasn't in there. Nor was Longstreet versus United States in there. Nor was Jones versus United States in there. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the Colin Kaepernick ham sandwich is going on. Then it says the government need not prove that a defendant knew each and every detail of the conspiracy or played more than a minor role in the conspiracy. Okay, if you want to play that route, let's go here. If that's the case, if they're going to charge Robert with this, and y'all know where I'm about to go with this, the government need not to prove that a defendant knew each and every detail of the conspiracy or played more than a minor role in the conspiracy. So I got a question. If that's the case, by me reading this, the dirty prize should be scared. By me reading this, if they going at Robert with this, the dirty prize need to be scared. Because each and every last person over there knew of the conspiracy that the... See, let me stop. I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna just park that for a later day. I'm gonna park that for a later day. This is how you make the government stand on what they say. If you charge one for something he didn't do, you better charge the one for something that he knew he was doing. Facts, Prima. Prima said, now you see why they had no solid case without the RICO manufacturer. Now you see why they had to have the paid actors, those paid folks that come on YouTube and act like, oh, we so concerned about R. Kelly. But you see them trying to run up in jailhouse. Are we trying to do a welfare check? That man said, what? Can you just bring him down so we can make sure he good? Oh, they forgot about all that. They forgot about all that. They forgot about all that. I spray him down in front of the courthouse. Play with me, Larry. Play with me, Dana. Play with me, Sky Zone. If I hear anything, I do 30 with a smile. Well, You might get to live that out. The way it look, you're gonna be doing 30 and more with a smile. Facts. Facts. The problem is people say, oh, man, see, I'm not going to see so much of this falls back on those people and not Robert, that you could take this and really give them their own indictment. I'm just saying, you could take this and give them their own indictment. Then it says, further, a defendant joins a criminal conspiracy if he agrees with another person to one or more of the common objectives of the conspiracy. Let's go here. It's a reason why I said, do not let Don Russell on your platform. I knew he was an informant. But if you agree with him, you now becomes part of the conspiracy. How many times I'm going to keep saying it? And he did it right. He came on your platform with stolen merchandise. And y'all motherfuckers went crazy. Oh my God, that's a trophy. You act like that's a bitch that just gave you some pussy. Oh my God, that's the trophy. That's the trophy. Hercules. The fuck wrong with y'all people, man? If I'm telling you, no deal. And my black CEO voice, you should take my advice on it. No deal. I'm just saying, man. I'm gonna post what Prima Donna saying. Hold on, I'm post what all y'all saying for real. I mean, I'm just having fun with this because I see something that nobody else see. I see something that nobody else see. If you were tallying information from your source and your source was complicit, that makes you complicit. And I'm going to leave that there. Only that person know who I'm talking to. Only that person know who I'm talking to. I'm going to leave that there. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. What did Mida say? Man. Prima said, yep, I'm going to start with you and break down why I knew they are dumb. Facts. Facts. I'm just saying. Y'all don't got to listen to me. Folks don't got to listen to me. But when them people spin a block, then they go, oh my God, he did this to me. He did that. She said, anytime you see pics of Chuck and Keith, this is what I'm challenging you to review in the Chicago paperwork, starting with the Rashonda Landfair bond proffer. Wow. Oh Lord. Y'all oh my God. After a while, I remember in that interview, Choke and tell dude was full. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, I'm just trying to show y'all what y'all obviously miss. You know what I'm saying? So it's a further, a defendant joins a criminal conspiracy if he agrees with another person to one or more of the common objectives of the conspiracy. It is immaterial. Wait a minute. Stop. Let me read that again. Further, a defendant joins a criminal conspiracy if he agrees with another person to one or more of the common objectives of the conspiracy. If Don Russell been on your platform and told y'all to harass Ann Donnelly and to write Ann Donnelly and to write the superior judge, and y'all said bet, and y'all directed y'all people to do it as Don said it, and y'all people said we believe Don, you know that's a conspiracy, right? And you see what they said, right? Further, a defendant joins a criminal conspiracy. So whether you know it or not, you joined it. I'm just saying, whether you know it or not, you joined it. There's about to be a lot more people going to jail. I wonder who gonna come up missing off of YouTube next. Oh boy, here we go. Hold on. I tell you one person it won't be. It is immaterial whether the defendant knows, has met, or has agreed with every co-conspirator or schemer. God damn. It is immaterial whether the defendant knows, has met, or has agreed with every co-conspirator or schemer or other declarant may be found to have participated in a conspiracy even if he joined or terminated his relationship with other conspirators at different times than another defendant or co-conspirator. Oh, shoot. They about to come after everybody. Ugh. Ugh. This is written crazy. Then they give you case law. Two of them. Now, this case law was there. Hamlin was there. And Noble was there. Ooh. It is irrelevant when the defendant joined the conspiracy so long as he joined it at some point. Finally, the government is neither required to prove the identity of what? Finally, the government is neither required to prove the identity of the declarant, nor must the declarant's identity be confirmed in the statement itself. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should also notice why I ain't even got to address the dumb one at this point. He busy trying to put me in that the government definitely wouldn't want exposed, thus who worried. Wow. Prima in here cooking. Prima in the chat cooking. Uh-oh. That's what this is all about. Interstate mafias running news organizations and shaking down citizens. That's why I'm glad I'm not a citizen. It would probably just call it the Church of Saint Terria or something, but it operates like a mafia. Oh yeah. I'm just saying they about to. here it go. This takes me back to criminal justice classes I took back in 2002. Lord, the discussions we will have on set. Man, Gemini Dawn. I thought I was the only one that took them, man. Those discussions be crazy. I'm baking that. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Here she go. It's about to be some, I don't know, she about to bring out some skunk cookies or something. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, what time is it? It's 2:16. In furtherance of the conspiracy and determining whether a statement was made in furtherance of the conspiracy, courts evaluate the statement in the context in which it was made and look for a reasonable a reasonable basis upon which to conclude that the statement furthered the conspiracy. See Cruz case law. Under the reasonable basis standard, a statement may be susceptible to alternative interpretations and still be in furtherance of the conspiracy. The co-conspirator statement need not have been made exclusively or even primarily to further the conspiracy to be admissible under the co-conspiracy exception. Courts, have found a wide range of statements to satisfy the in furtherance requirement, United States case law. In general, a statement that is part of the information flow between conspirators intended to help each perform his role satisfies the in furtherance requirement, United States case law. These include statements made to conduct or help to conduct the business of the scheme, to identify other members of the conspiracy and their roles, to plan or to review a co-conspirator's exploits as an assurance that a co-conspirator can be trusted to perform his role, to inform and update others about the current status of the conspiracy, to control damage to an ongoing conspiracy, to conceal a conspiracy, whether ongoing concealment is a purpose of the conspiracy, to reassure or calm the listener regarding the progress or stability of the scheme, to report conspirator status and in turn receive assurances of assistance from co-conspirators, to describe the purpose, method, or criminality of the conspiracy, to recruit potential co-conspirators. Finally, it has long been the rule that any statement made by a co-conspirator during and in furtherance of the conspiracy is admissible against all co-conspirators. And you see the Beeson case law. Whether any other conspirator heard or in this instance saw that statement is irrelevant. Agency, not knowledge, is the theory of admissibility. Wow. So even though Rob might not know about it, because Daryl McDavid is connected to him, this was going on. This is crazy. However, wait a minute. What time is it? Whoa, wait a minute. What time is it? Oh, shoot. I gotta get ready to get out of here. It's 3 something. Why am I joining saying 2 something? Wait a minute. Look, I'm gonna continue this later tonight. When I get back from my red carpet event, I gotta go get dressed. And we're gonna continue this. Um, I got a whole lot more to break down, but I gotta get ready to get out of here. I gotta be there at 6. I don't know why my clock had me 3:22. This thing say 2:22. I don't know what the hell is going on. Hold on, man. Like, what the hell is going on? It's sunny outside. This thing say rain. What the man? I don't know what's going on. Hold on, y'all. Adjust time and date. United States. This is weird. This is now is the right time. There we go. Oh shoot. They got me on Central Time, man. I gotta get out of here. All right. This is crazy. But look, we have carried some things. I'll be back later on. Y'all know I'm going to show some pictures, whatever. I'm about to go get cut up real quick. So I'll be back. Love every last one of y'all, man. I'm definitely going to take pictures. I'm going to go live. I'm going to show y'all what it's like. You know, the life of an actor, stuff we go through. We're going to do some things. But I thank y'all for joining me. I'll be back with the R. Kelly breakdown. And we'll finish out the rest of it. Let me see what page we on. I had to laugh to keep from crying. We only on page 9. I apologize if I was breaking the stuff down. I took too long. But I'm going to say this. For the people that did wrong, and y'all know who y'all are, man. I don't know what else to say, but...
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
Swimming in you. Hey, little mama said I wanna take her.